Tara said, your video about inventory versus habit got my husband on board for minimizing our kitchen stuff. It's been hard to convince him that we can get by with fewer dishes. We put 3 huge piles on our kitchen table for quarantine a week ago, and I've only pulled out 1 thing. And our dishes all fit in the dishwasher, and the dishes are getting done every day because suddenly it's not overwhelming. Thank you so much, Dawn, for your inspiration. I often beat myself up for not being like other women who can keep up with their houses. I wanted to cry watching that video because I felt like you were talking to me and showing me how silly it is to beat myself up like that. We can make our own systems that work for us, and it doesn't have to be like everyone else. Just wanted to let you know. Now I'm like, what else can we simplify? Well, hi, I'm Dawn from The Minimal Mom. If we haven't met before, I am married to Tom, and we have 4 kids ages 5 through 10, and we have 4 kids ages 6 through 11, and we have 4 kids ages 7 through 12. And once in a while, my twin sister Diana pops in as well. We love talking about family minimalism, and we love sharing tips and tricks about how you can simplify your house quickly because it makes every single area of our life better, and we love helping you get there as well. Today we wanted to celebrate 500,000 subscribers, over 500 videos here on YouTube, and I think the thing that surprises me most still are hearing stories like this from Tara, what a difference simplifying their homes has made. Because we knew it made a big difference for us, but even when we started 4 years ago putting videos out here, I still didn't know if it would make a big difference for others as well.
Surprise, it did.
And so it's been so fun to hear stories like that. And I think even when we started, you know, we've called ourselves minimalists for about 7 years now. And even 4 years ago, we started sharing videos. We had really only started experiencing the benefits of simple living. I feel like even now, over the last 4 years, we've just become even more passionate about it because we're like, no, this actually does really make a huge difference. So today we wanted to just take a few minutes and look back over the last 4 years over all Dawn's different hairstyles. And
mine and overall the hair loss over the last 4 years.
It's always fun just to take a few minutes to see where we've come from, and then we'll let you know where we're headed to and what's next.
See, here's the thing. I can do this fine. You're the one who can't.
I know. So like I said, we published our first YouTube video about 4 years ago and did not know what the future would hold.
I think 4 years ago, if someone said, hey, Dawn, this is what it's going to be like 4 years from now, you'd be like, what on earth? You are like a fortune teller that is just not going to make it. You just ain't getting it.
Yeah, I think that's true. And I had shared before, I mean, really, my hope was just to encourage a few other women that maybe felt like Tara and myself of like, why can everyone else stay up on their house and I can't? And when the idea of inventory came about a couple years ago, that seems to be the idea that really resonates with most, and looking at everything in our house as inventory. I feel like once we all kind of got a grasp of that, it was like, oh yeah, and everything clicked and made sense. And so I feel like since then it's brought even more clarity to the message of like, oh yeah, this stuff isn't adding value, it's just making life more difficult.
You look nice.
Ah, thank you.
Woo!
So another highlight from this past year has been getting to partner with Helix. They have been such a great support to our channel. So I thought we would share our 2 favorite memories of our Helix ads this year too. So the first was when we were explaining our sleep positions. So you go online and you take their sleep quiz, and it asks you what position do you normally sleep in.
Ooh, should we demonstrate?
So, should we?
Let's demonstrate.
Okay.
Well, how we start?
I start out one way, and then I have a very specific sequence to how I fall asleep. Are you ready?
You go.
Okay. I gotta get it just right. I have to have this knee up. And then Tom will get a little close, and then I'm like, will you
Then
scoot
the knee
over?
comes up higher.
I just
Then I'm like right here, and she's like, stop pulling the blankets.
And then from here, then I go to this side.
But I'm
And
still...
this is how I sleep most of the night.
No, go true though. Scoot over to where you actually sleep. And then I'm allowed to sleep right here.
What?
And then, hold up. It gets better because Dawn sleeps so well that in the mornings, so Dawn is an individual. If you touch her while she's sleeping, she will wake up. So then I roll over, and then she wakes up.
So we're both stomach and side sleepers, and so when we did the quiz, it paired us with the Helix Dux Lux. And then the other was when we got to surprise my grandma.
That
with
was actually
her
pretty
Helix
awesome.
mattress. That was so fun. Her reaction, like we've said before, she's not a
No, I have
overly
known
dramatic.
this lady for 14, 15 years. And that was the most excited I have ever seen her.
Yeah, and then when she called back and told us how great it was, and she's still telling us how great it was. And so what we love about Helix is you go online, you take their sleep quiz, which is super easy. It's not a hard quiz, but you put in the firmness you like, how you generally sleep. Your partner can enter in their information as well. And then they match you up with a mattress. And what's awesome is that you get a 100-night sleep guarantee. So if it does not meet your expectations, you can let them know and they will take care of taking the mattress away and offer a full refund as well. We love it now. We don't even look forward to going to hotels now because we know we sleep better here.
Yeah.
And the Helix mattress comes delivered to your door. It's super easy. It's actually really fun,
It's fun.
to set it up, and only takes just a few minutes. And so thank you, Helix, so much for your support. And you can save up to $200 on your Helix mattress and get 2 free pillows. Just use our link down below. And thank you all for your support as well. And so we've had tons of fun sharing about minimalism and how to declutter and simplify, but it's also been a lot of fun getting to share some of our projects that we do.
Okay, here's the deal. The flooring is not done yet. Not done.
It was not a 2-day project.
I never gave a date on the flooring.
I mean, you've seen some of our heartache over the years of, especially that first camper when Tom first pulled up the flooring and
I think that was like our first letdown. That was like the first like major disappointing renovating project.
yeah.
All right, so we just pulled the linoleum up, and we knew there was a couple little like spongy spots, and we can instantly smell the mold. So I'm gonna take out the dinette and the cabinet, that cabinet, and get all this ripped out of here because it smells pretty bad.
That was really disappointing. And honestly, I think because we got to go through the process with you and share about it along the way, I feel like it made it a little bit easier.
You know how I'm usually quite optimistic about projects, right?
You are?
Yeah, I'm super optimistic. I'm deciding to not be really upset about this, which I normally would be, as you can attest. I'm gonna take this opportunity to make this the sweetest little camper ever.
All right, I like it.
But then we did it again because you guys watched it.
The second one wasn't so bad though.
The third
right?
time we did not want to do it again.
How far did you get before you're like, this is
Dude, way too
ugly.
far. Way too far. I got, I'd say 60% of the kitchen done, part of the pantry cabinet, and part of the front bedroom closet.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting on the floor looking around while I was painting, and I'm like, gosh, it's just not grown on me. Yep, it may have been a crayon.
Yeah. And so then we got this color, which we really liked.
Yep.
You must be pretty happy with how this looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
This is the fanciest thing we have ever created.
No, I like it. We intentionally went with a little bit lighter flooring just to keep it open and bright in here, but we still wanted it to have enough variation that the floor doesn't look dirty all the time, so I think we achieved that. So what's been your favorite project that we've gotten to share?
Moving the shed and adding on to the shed.
Oh, yeah, that one benefits you the most.
You said.
That was for sure like the biggest undertaking.
Yeah.
I think my favorite, and it was actually the first one that we shared when Tom first started making regular appearances, was actually our kitchen makeover.
When I yanked the soffits out?
I think it turned out so much more different than I expected. I really liked how, yeah, we opened it up. Even though Tom wanted to put more uppers back up, we didn't. We left it open around the window, and it feels twice as big.
As soon as we did that, granted the shed was still there, so it just like emphasized to Dawn,
Yeah.
that needs to go.
Yeah.
It just brought way more light into the kitchen that it never was.
Yeah.
And with the window being boxed out by cabinets and soffit, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then from there, I mean, now we've gotten to work around, you know, basically all the other areas of our house, which it's been really fun. And again, fun to get to share it with you and to show the process, because when we moved into this home, I mean, I've shared before, like this was my dream house. This was the farm I always wanted to live in. And so when we moved in, you know, we just knew that there was
a list of, like a very long list of projects.
Yeah. And so it's been fun now over the last 6 years, 5.5 years since we've lived here, to actually get to tackle them and then to get to share the before and afters with you.
And rearrange all the buildings to be what we actually want.
Yeah. You know, flip staircases, whatever we got to do to make it function.
Well, and I know one of the questions that comes up a lot is, you know, we see it looks like you guys work together really well. So like, how is that collaboration on the projects even behind the scenes?
So it usually goes something like this. Hey, Tom, what if we did this? Tom, that would never work. So this is what I do to relax, is I come up with ideas.
Projects for Tom.
For the house. So I have seen, this porch is actually off of a house from Fixer Upper that they did. And I really liked the porch when I saw the finished house. So I found a picture of it online, and then I used the pieces of it in Photoshop to, I know
Did you have to scale it too, or was it the right scale?
No,
I scaled it.
And then I sent it to Tom and said, we don't have to do this now, it's just an idea. Okay, so Tom just opened up the porch to reframe everything, and I was like, hold it, stop right there before you put anything back how we were just talking about. So we're gonna come stand out on the driveway, and I'm gonna show you what I'm seeing right now. All right, Tom, what's your thought?
This is how this always happens. Apparently they heard about this destruction.
Is that my parents?
That's your mom's vehicle.
Tom's going to try and head them off so he can tell them to say they don't like it.
See, they hate it.
I love it. So most ideas, by the time they get to this point of actually doing
like
it,
reiteration
it's
10.
like 2 years of me wearing Tom down. And then it's like this magical point where like something clicks and he like finally understands what it was I was saying or thinking in my head.
And so we are both on board with moving the shed, like foster care, life in general.
We just agree on everything all the time.
When we disagree and you guys see that, it's acting, which I am an awesome actor.
Oh, so I can go get started on the camper graphics right now?
Yep.
We hope you all have a great weekend.
Yep, you do that.
And we still have plenty more projects to share too, so that'll be fun. But otherwise, I mean, looking ahead to 2022, I think we want to just keep doing a lot of what we've been doing. Yeah. Well, and I think if we do look back even 6 or 7 years ago, so Diane and I worked in radio together, and it was really fun. We did the morning show together, and we got to a crossroads where Tom and I had to decide, okay, is this our off-ramp then for Dawn to start being a stay-at-home mom? Because it's what we had always talked about. We had our oldest 2 daughters at the time, and so it was at that time that I said, I think this just seems like the natural point at which I'll stop working full-time and I'll stay home with the kids. And that's what I did for several years. The only thing I missed though about radio was getting to encourage people every day. Yeah. And so I'm like, that's what I'm gonna miss about it. And so I actually started my first blog then, I Think We Could Be Friends. The goal is just to encourage happy homes and healthy relationships. That was kind of my starting point. I would get up really early in the morning to work on it before the kids got up, and it was through that though that I just started to learn a lot about all of this social media stuff. And so during that time we also found minimalism because we had 4 kids and I felt like I was drowning in kids' toys and baby gear. And so that's when I started my second blog then, The Minimal Mom, and just started sharing, you know, some of you have said you found our original house tour of our townhouse. I can link that down below, and just kind of showing what it looks like for a family to strive towards a minimalist lifestyle. But the only thing about my blog that was always tricky was I would have these good ideas in my head, and then I would sit down at my computer to write a blog post, and I just never felt like it came out right. that I couldn't take the pictures right to show it. I just wasn't saying it right when I was typing it. And so then this idea of video kind of came around, and that's where I was like, well, maybe I could just do a YouTube video here and there to go along with the blog post, because I think if I could talk about it and show what it is I'm doing, it would be more effective. And so I did not start this to be a full-blown YouTube channel. I never thought I would be doing Sunday mornings with my twin sister.
Funny about this picture, my husband's sister was asking which one is which, and I was like, oh, I'm this one. And Dawn was like, no, you're not.
No, you're not. And then, you know, having Tom in doing remodeling projects and just showing what else is going on in our life. I never expected it to come to this point.
Like I said, I feel like I'm just becoming even more passionate about minimalism as I hear more stories from people like Tara, who are like, no, this actually is life-changing. You know, whenever you're living a way that's like very countercultural, you kind of at first, like, I'm just like, just so you know, like, if how your house is working isn't working, like, you can go over here and we'll just simplify together. And now I feel like I can share it more boldly because I feel more confident after hearing back from all of you, like, no, it actually like is life-changing. So I feel more confident sharing the message now.
But again, I think there's just such a genuine desire, like, hey, I found some things that work for us.
Yeah.
And how can I share it with other people? And obviously YouTube has become, I mean, such a fun way to connect with people and
Right.
just get to see and hear and everything that's going on. So how do you handle like the thumbs down or some of the critical comments?
Delete!
No, Tom and I are the opposite. I just try to focus on the positive comments. Thank you all. There are so many positive.
There's so many.
No, they're actually,
So
they're
kind.
very good, yep.
Tom intentionally scrolls to the bottom to see the
You
negative
didn't know
comments.
that's where YouTube puts them, at the bottom?
That's nice. But you're able just to kind of let it roll
It's
off your
part of
back.
it. You know, I mean, if we can find the person that gives like the thumbs down like in the first 10 minutes of a video being released, my mom would like to talk to you. But other than that, I think we recognize it's part of the game. Obviously, you can tell I have a really good support network, and I do think that's important if you're thinking about doing something like this, is make sure you have the people around you that are gonna rally around you and encourage you too.
I just continually remind myself, it's engagement. It's all
Oh
engagement.
yeah, that one video, Tom's like, I don't care, give it a thumbs down, and then we got like a bunch, I'm like,
Best compliment you can give us is a thumbs up and subscribing. Dawn says just a thumbs up. I want both. Thumbs down are good too. It's all engagement from Google, so whatever you guys do, up, down, don't care. Dawn's gonna delete that. That was for you, baby.
do not do that again.
So, you said more of the same things we've been doing. I would like to make this, when the flooring is done and the trim in the house is done, I don't want to do any more work to this house.
Oh, no, I think we
Like this
still
house,
have,
we're good then.
yeah, we still have some outdoor stuff. Like, I still want to make the little barn cuter. So, and we have, we still have our whole office project to do too.
Yeah.
So, but that's nice because you go out there and work on it, and then you shut the door and you
walk
come,
away.
you will go away from it.
Yes.
So that'll be a little bit
Yeah.
different.
And I think it's no surprise that Tom is good at this because we've known him since our 20s and you, I mean, he's always the guy just cracking jokes and
Yep, everybody wanted it.
No seriousness whatsoever.
Is it recording?
And welcome to our bathroom. We don't usually have so many guests here.
Or clothes
Or-
in here. Why am I dressed in here?
Well, hi. Well, hi, I'm Dawn from The Minimal Mom.
And I'm Tom! This is the 12th time we've done this.
It's when
And
I get dull.
willing to help anybody out. So.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know if I was gonna get it out.
Stop! Stop! It's gonna snow. You just have to get used to it. It's gonna happen.
So overall, I think we just want to say thank you. We know we would not be here without you. So many of you have been with us since well before 100,000 subscribers, let alone 500. And so we are so grateful for you, but we're so grateful for all of our new friends too. It's been fun getting to know you and to hear the difference that simplifying is making in your home as well.
You did bring up the fact that we would probably fight the whole way on the Amazing Race, and it was funny
Because I'm right and you think you're right.
I think because when we're making decisions on like remodeling and stuff like that, you don't have to make quick decisions. We can each have our own points of views and like let it simmer for a little while and kind of go back and forth. But when you're in the racing race, you have to make decisions quickly, and I think we both would be on completely different sides of the fence every single time.
Oh, see, I thought you were gonna say that you didn't think I could make a quick decision.
Oh,
I
you
make
can
a
make-
lot of quick decisions.
You can make impulse decisions with the best of them. That would not be the concern.
And so as we head into 2022, if your goal is to declutter and simplify this year, I mean, we have more tools than ever to be able to help you now too. We have all our videos, we have a workbook, a course that goes along with it. We also have our Take Your House Back course, which I do with Dana and Cass, and it is a blast. If you are looking for community around simplifying, we highly recommend that you check out that course. You'll laugh, but you'll learn so many great tactics and skills too.
I'm surprised by, so I haven't done much with the courses or the book and stuff. That's all you. But I've witnessed a lot of the emails that come in from people, the Facebook Lives comments that people make on them. And it's kind of profound how people are still just like really going after it and really seeing huge results.
Yeah, it's been really fun to hear the stories. It's tough because something different clicks for everyone. For some, it was the Take Your House Back course. For some, you know, the idea of inventory. And so I just encourage you, like, keep pushing through until you figure out what clicks with you and works for you. And I definitely feel that this is something worth investing in. And so I don't like promoting stuff, but I do feel like the courses really can make a huge difference if you felt at all stuck or if you're feeling a little bit discouraged heading into the new year. We would just really encourage you to check those out. All right, well, thank you again so much for all of your support and your kindness, and we are just so incredibly grateful for you.
Hasta mañana.
How does Tom know that?
You did like a semester of
Spanish?
Yeah, twice.
Say like this is what you do, or to explain it to people, or for them to believe you. I don't know. I assume people aren't going to believe me either. If I say like I have a YouTube channel.
Like, oh,
No,
okay.
they're gonna be like, oh, are you actually 14?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it's funny. So even now, like I don't really tell people. I don't know. I still think we have friends and
No.
family that don't know about it.
No, and even like our neighbors and stuff, I don't know that they know what we do.
All right, well, we are so grateful for you.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, we would love it if you subscribe, turn on notifications so we can visit with you in the comments. We would really enjoy that.
Hasta mañana.
Thank you so much for watching. We'd love it if you'd subscribe so that we can keep in touch. Thumbs up is the best compliment that you can give us, and I look forward to visiting with you again really soon.
Bye-bye! She won't end the video unless I say bye-bye! Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!
Emptied out my soul. You've heard it all before. Honest, but I know. Left these years ago. I was young and I'm old. Still could fill the void. We don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow. Never see the end of the night filled with sorrow. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done, what do we do to love? 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 When everything's said and done. Out in the unknown, story took its toll. Thought I would've grown off the beaten track to become a better man, sinking in the sand. We don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow.